This is the Night Owls Disc Golf Podcast. I'm Shane.
And I'm JP.
JP, how's life? You know, we've been sitting together for about 30 minutes, and I don't know if we've actually talked to each other yet.
I know we were just on our phones, like, looking stuff up. Because it's been a while.
It has.
And you know what's funny is, like, disc golf news has kind of come and gone, but, like, since we've recorded, I can't remember it. So you have to kind of look it back up.
Yeah, that's
Right?
exactly it, yeah. Because I was like, I know stuff has happened, but, man, I don't remember what stuff happened.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There was a post, and I couldn't find it, that Tatar, Miss Lat, put out there, like an update. And it sounded like she was getting into beach paddleball.
Oh, I did see something about that.
And it was funny. I was just like, this is strange. Seems like a weird update, but she gave it to him. But she also said something about some sort of disease she had. I don't remember what it was called. Some sort of sickness that she was going through. It was in there. It was a big word, and I don't remember. It sounded scientific-y.
Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I read the post, but I saw it where she was playing the beach paddle, and then there's some other stuff. But I didn't see it. I didn't hear about the sickness part of it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm wondering if she'll decide to go pro in paddle.
Paddle. Yeah, beach paddle.
Beach paddle.
Beach paddle. There's a difference.
Okay.
I don't know what that difference is, but
Beach compared to a court?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's like beach volleyball compared to court volleyball.
Indoor,
Yeah,
I guess.
okay.
You know.
Is that what you call a court? Well, because is there outdoor volleyball?
Outdoor volleyball is pretty much beach volleyball.
Okay. So if it's outdoor, it's beach.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because there is Wisconsin has the biggest outdoor volleyball tournament in the world. It's called the boat. I think it's called. What's it called? The boat ride tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in Stevens Point area.
Okay.
I believe, and they play outdoor, but they play on grass.
Oh, okay.
So it's not technically beach volleyball. It's just outdoor volleyball. So they have like temporary courts made up, and there's a ton of them. Different categories, age groups, doubles, triples, you name it.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I would never be any good at it, but it sounds fun. Just to get in a big group of people and compete like that.
Right.
I said that really weird.
And it's like, I think it's a whole weekend thing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or maybe, I don't remember if it's Stevens Point, but it's somewhere west of us.
Okay. So that's outdoor. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what else is played indoor?
What's that?
Disc golf.
It can be.
At the Green Bay Sports Emporium.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's coming up in 2 weeks. And sign up is up.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So I'm actually starting some of the apparati. I don't know if that's how you say it, but...
Yeah, it's like multiple apparatus.
Apparatuses.
Apparati.
I'm going to start those next week, and they'll be done probably within a couple days. They're not difficult things to do.
Cool.
So those will be ready to go, which is exciting. And yeah, so we'll take over for a couple hours, and but you'll be able to play in the Green Bay Sports Emporium over in Lawrence. So it's just a little south of Green Bay, just south of De Pere, like the next road south of De Pere. So
right on. So it's like where that huge Walmart Supercenter, that area?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where like the Menards, the Walmart, and so it's just down from that, maybe about 2 miles away from that. They just built it. So their old indoor complex was right across the highway from the Walmart, essentially.
Oh, okay.
It was over by the big PDQ headquarters there.
Yeah.
It was behind that. And now it is down the road about 2 miles, and it's massive. Well, when I say massive, there's 2 full soccer fields inside, turf soccer fields. And then one like junior, or little person soccer, not young persons soccer field, not little, like not midgets. That's probably not appropriate to say, right? just curious.
We know what you're saying. We know what you're talking about.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
So that's that. But it's a really nice place, and they'll have concessions and all that stuff there. So it's pretty nice. So pretty excited about it. They don't have it completely finished, which is kind of cool, but kind of weird at the same time. But they're still like finishing up some things.
Okay.
But I think by the time Door Disc Golf takes over, should be okay.
Nice.
But once again, I'm on a plane, so I won't be there. I'll be going to Mexico.
Right on.
I'm pretty excited about that. So door_disc_golf, night_owls_pod, and then doordisc.com, where you can buy all your disc golf needs. Or you can come in his shop, 550 North Military Avenue. Dang, got it. Just like that. It's like I've been looking at that address today or something. I have.
Yeah.
It's tax season, so we're getting all that stuff taken care of.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Yeah. So, what else have you been up to?
Boy, let's see. What else have we been up to? Watched the Super Bowl the other day.
Yeah.
That was something to watch.
Yeah, it was something to watch. Yeah. We were joking. I asked him, like, so we did say something. I talked to you about, like, what'd you think of the Bad Bunny?
Oh, yeah.
The halftime show.
Right.
And I was like, I wasn't a fan. And nothing political, nothing like that. Just, I thought it fell short. You know, although I was pretty intrigued by the grass people.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they put people in grass.
Yeah, I thought they'd have a bigger role, I guess, for it to be grass. But it kind of makes sense that if you're constructing something that big on the field, to be able to move it quickly, that you would have people on the inside the suits or whatever, so you can get them on and off rather than having to like.
It reminded me of The Simpsons. It reminded me kind of Homer, a little Homer-ish. Maybe that's what Homer did.
Like,
coming in
the
grass.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
So, anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I like my wife and kids were super excited to see it, so we watched it, and it was fun. Like, it was fine. It was entertainment.
It was just as fine as the game.
Yeah, just as fine as the game.
Just as fine as the game.
Which was fine.
Yeah, exactly. Amazingly boring to see a Super Bowl that is so boring.
Well, it's just a defensive. Both teams had really good defenses, and I mean, obviously, Seattle was able to get to Drake May very easily. I think they had 6 sacks.
Yeah,
and he had 3 turnovers. He had I think fumble and 2 interceptions.
Tied for the most postseason sacks ever. No, new record holder for the most postseason sacks by any quarterback ever, or on any quarterback.
That's ridiculous.
So there's 2 things that I say with that. Is that is amazing that May can produce what he produces with a line like that.
True.
Because it wasn't just Seattle that broke the code. He had 20 sacks in postseason.
Yeah.
There's a ton of sacks in postseason.
Yes.
So they need to fire their line and figure something out because if he gets a good solid line and just can sit in the pocket, he will be dangerous. But
he can run too.
I was about to just say, also he is dangerous on his feet. Mm-hmm. But he was never given a chance because they were blitzing everywhere. So
I think they said like 36% drop rate that he was like sacked on or pressured on.
Mm-hmm.
And he during the season he had I forgot how many yards he had. But then I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about his shoulder because he was injured. Mm-hmm. So he got shot up with something before the game, hours before. And they were talking about like there's only certain reasons why you get shot up. It's like you have like a tear, you have some kind of like bursitis or whatever. So like a reason was never really given, but they were just kind of speculating on why it would be. And then they were talking about how during the Broncos game, before the snow was falling, they caught him talking to Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, and he's like, "Oh man, this is really hard." So it must have had, like he was saying, not like playing was hard, but like throwing or whatever was happening with him during that game was really hard for him to compete and then to go into this. But then he's, kind of settled in the fourth quarter, and they actually, started to score. Like they got 2 TDs. So, but just never comfortable until that point.
No, and you could tell that there was something just slightly off with him. And I'm not making excuses for him. I mean, the better team won for sure, but you could tell that he wasn't quite himself, because when he was putting up throws, like he was throwing stuff that was coming up 10 yards short on long balls.
Yeah.
And that's like, he's got an arm.
He does. The first like really good throw he had was the throw. It was like almost triple coverage. Like he threw it over 2 guys and like just hit. I think it was, what's his name?
Wasn't the tight end?
Oh, maybe that's who it was. Could have been.
I don't remember who. Yeah,
but that was a good throw. And then the TD throw, like the first TD throw, was pretty good as well. But by that time, it was pretty much over.
Yeah.
Well,
the first TD throw actually kept him into 2 possessions, and so it could have happened.
That's true.
But it just didn't, because Seattle responded immediately with their first touchdown.
Yes.
So, and that put it out of reach there. So, yeah, it was. I mean, it was like you said, it was okay. It was okay.
I think if the Broncos played Seattle would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I really think, because I don't think Bo Nix is any better than Drake May.
No.
I mean, maybe they have better receivers than.
But I think they have a better offensive line for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, Seattle's defense was absolutely on fire. So, could any of offensive line done much better?
Probably not.
Maybe back to Kelsey's like offensive line for Philly 3 years ago, but that's about it. I mean, they're good. They're good. Yeah. So, and what else?
What else? Not too much else. More basketball.
More basketball.
I mean, the season's almost over. I mean, they only have like a week and a half left, or a couple weeks left.
Like 3 more guaranteed, right? And then it's regionals.
And then it's regionals.
So
yeah, that's about it. Jumping rope. Yeah, that's
just casually throwing that out there.
I mean, I got a new weighted jump rope.
Ooh,
so that's
okay.
like my new cardio, because I don't go out running. I just jump rope.
So what's weighted mean?
Well, it's like, okay, so I have 3 different weights of rope. One's like a 1/6 pound, then a 1/4 pound, and then a 1/2 pound rope.
Is that heavy? I don't know what.
I mean, I don't know what the standard weight for a rope, because like I used to have a beaded jump rope, and my beaded jump rope broke, so I ended up buying this weighted jump rope set that had like the 3 different ropes. It's like they're all detachable, so you can they're made of PVC, or not PVC. It's wire, and then it's got like PVC coating on them or whatever. Yep. And then you just you cut it, adjust the length, and whatever.
Right. Okay.
So I would say like the 1/6 pound is probably close to a standard. Like,
okay.
I mean, I consider it like a speed rope. Like
okay.
You can go pretty fast. The 1/4 pound rope definitely like starts working my shoulders. And then I haven't tried the 1/2 pound, but it's not like one of those. You can get like the super thick braided jump ropes, and I have no idea the weight on those. I'm assuming it's a pound.
Okay.
So, or a pound or more.
It's funny because it doesn't sound like a lot, but on those little isolator muscles that you're using to jump rope, like it's hard.
Yeah,
I can imagine. Because it's funny because I don't get any with the ropes I have. I don't get any workout. Like my calves are blown up, but outside of that, that's it. But I would imagine you add some weight to it.
Yeah.
Is it hard to get used to the timing with a heavier rope?
A little bit.
Okay.
I will tell you, like, I've gotten a little faster with it, but there's times when it's not so much my legs, it's my shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Like my shoulders want to give out a little bit, because how much more it works compared to a lighter rope. So I do, I nick my feet here and there every once in a while. So it's okay.
So you like Rocky Balboa in this thing, or are you pretty good at it?
So. I mean,
okay.
I would say I'm not like a total beginner at it.
Yeah.
I used to jump rope a lot in high school.
Okay.
For whatever reason. Like,
were you on a jump rope team, or was it just
no?
Okay.
No, not like double dutch or anything.
Gibraltar have a jump rope team?
No, definitely not. But yeah, that was just my way of like doing some exercise.
All right, sweet, sweet, very cool.
And then now that the Olympics have started too, that's the other thing in the house is watching some Olympics.
You said figure skating is the game of choice right now.
I mean, not my choice.
Yeah,
I've been watching. Well, I watched some free skiing, some downhill like super G.
Yeah,
like Lindsay. You know, the whole Lindsey Vonn blowing out her leg thing.
How'd she do?
She didn't even make it down the.
Really?
She had to get airlifted off the mountain.
Well, I mean, surprise? Question mark? No. Like, I mean, she went in with a blown ACL, right? Like,
exactly. Like,
I got it. Don't worry, coach. You know, like.
I mean, she thought she could.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, maybe she would have. Like, you never know. Like, she clipped the gate, you know, with her pole, but just crazy. And turned out she ended up with a fracture in her leg, and that was that. And then U.S. women hockey like dominated Canada the other day, 5-0.
Yeah, they've been killing it.
Yeah. So I think they play again tomorrow. So like when you guys are listening to this
any speed skating?
Yeah, we watched speed skating.
Yeah.
The guy from
the
Milwaukee.
Wisconsin guy. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Wasapi.
It's somewhere down near Milwaukee.
Wasapi. Why can't I think of it? Think of the name. Anyways, yeah. So and he got gold. And world record.
Or he had an Olympic record.
Olympic record. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know about the world record.
Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then U.S. curling, mixed doubles, didn't do so well. Well, actually, they did really well. They got silver medal, but they lost to the Swedes.
Isn't there a guy from Milwaukee or somewhere in Wisconsin that competes in curling?
Yeah, he's in the men's team.
He's got like a beard, I know.
Yeah. It's kind of hardcore looking. He's very Wisconsin looking.
Yes.
Very Wisconsin looking, which makes me kind of happy. Yeah, so.
How about you?
Oh, basketball. We'll start with that because that's been dominating my life. Because I have 2 kids in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Malachi and Gabby. And Gabby has 3 games left. Malachi has about 3 months left, which is exciting.
Crazy.
It is, yeah. But it's Kings. It goes to tournament.
Oh.
And it's almost essentially from this weekend, which is his first tournament, until July, the 3rd week in July, I have 0 weekends without a tournament of either basketball or softball. 0 weekends without a tournament. So, not me, of course, my kids, but so puts it. I mean, you can understand why I don't play much disc golf anymore,
right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we got springtime all scheduled. We had a little bit of.
Forgot about that.
We had a little back and forth with Max's because the weekend that we initially sat with ended up being something happened, but miscommunication, or maybe they just decided they wanted to try to open a little bit earlier than normal, or whatever it may have been.
Okay.
But essentially, he emailed me back after I bugged him for a little bit, and he said, "Hey, that weekend's not open anymore." And I said, well, what about this weekend? And I kind of went back. And then he finally got back to us. And so we did reschedule it for the last weekend in March.
Okay.
So that's going to be a frosty one.
Yeah. You know what's funny is Josh Ham posted the logo of it. And it's got a bridge going over like a brook or a stream. I was like, where is this on the property?
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember this at Maxwell and Braze.
No, it's not there. We are going to be discussing the options of another place while he's here. We're actually going to go to that place and have a conversation with the owner of it. and just do face-to-face and kind of lock it in and see what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a really, really good place. Never been used before, and it has really fantastic facilities.
Okay.
And I will tell you after, but really fantastic facilities, and he's eager enough that I think it'll go.
Cool. Okay.
So, which will be exciting because then we can move the venue, but still have it, still golf course, still, but it'll be, still have some long holes, but there'll be some water. There'll be a little more features.
Nice.
And
okay.
like I said, a course that has never been used in Door County yet. So, so that's exciting.
It's got me thinking.
Yeah. It's not, it should be, there's really only one other. Well, there's two others, but there's only one other that.
Yeah.
So,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but then, so then it's been that. And then I have been like really, really heavy, like working out in the gym. Like, and I think it's just been a stress relief thing because I'm in a mode where I'm like, go. And especially with the kids stuff, it just ends up being, so I've been like just crazy in the gym, which is good because like I feel it, like I feel better, but man, it exhausts me. Like tonight was just like, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I didn't even work out today. Today was one of my days off, and I was just like, man, I am dead today. But with kids starting new stuff, so Wednesday nights is no longer an option for me because of the whole youth group thing with Malachi. So Malachi's been doing youth group, and then it's just been crazy. So, but all in all, it's really fun. We opened a new suite at the motel, so we have like a sauna suite at the motel now. Speaking of, I gotta get back to one of our team members. He texted me and I forgot to text him back.
All right.
And then just kind of prepping for springtime and the indoor event. And then hopefully just like really looking forward to going to Mexico. Like I'm just so looking forward to just being in some sunshine for a little bit. Glad I haven't had to plow in a couple weeks, which is good. No, about a week.
I heard it's supposed to get up to 40.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's true.
Yeah, me too. Because it's supposed to be this coming week. It's supposed to be in the 40s, which would be great. But that means I have a couple outdoor projects that need to get done, which kind of sucks. But so I think outside of that, I mean, it's all been pretty calm and good. I mean, just nothing really new or exciting. We're homeschooling one of our kids now. So, so Malachi is now a homeschooler. So it's been in the making, but he's a very hyperactive individual. So we pulled him out of school just for behavioral issues.
Okay.
He's just not, it's not built for success for him, so we'll pull him for a short time. And then once he figures out his coping mechanisms, and we'll put him back in. But outside of that, I don't know if there's really anything else. So I guess we'll get into it. So we'll talk some manufacturer stuff here. Manufacturer stuff coming up. And more specifically, maybe non-existent manufacturers.
Right.
And then we'll talk about whatever comes up after that. There is some political stuff and all that stuff that's floating around disc golf right now, but I'm just so sick and tired of political stuff. So I asked JP if we just don't need to talk about it, because that would be great.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I do want to say that I think love and compassion, like JP said, I think the last episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or it was the episode before that. Like, it is such an amazing thing. It's okay to disagree with one another. Like, it's okay to do all that stuff. But man, just have some patience, have some kindness, have some understanding, maybe, and just like, words are words, man. Like, just love the person for who they are, not what they say. Because sometimes things are said in the heat or the anger of things, and they're maybe not intended the way that they come out, but why does that mean we can't still like each other, Because JP and I don't agree on everything, but we still like each other. Well, at least I think we do anyway. I like JP. So, well.
Yeah, I like Shane.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
We probably wouldn't do this.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. So, just like I said, have a little love, And sometimes, yeah, you need to move on from people. But, hopefully just, it doesn't mean you need to talk bad about them or call them like horrible, despicable human beings, So, but with all that being said, let's get into despicable human being number one.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
Yeah, let's start off with that. No, actually, I want to talk about Prodigy and the fact that they're recycling some players.
Yeah.
So Prodigy is brought back one of their players. And actually at a surprise, because I didn't even know about this because it was announced today, correct?
It was announced today, yeah. They said they were a couple days ago that they were announcing something today. And so I don't remember what time this morning, but
yeah,
they announced Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones back on Prodigy.
Back.
And the first is the feedback. Is the first disc they're going to re-release, correct?
Yes.
That's what you said? So
the welcome back feedback or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, interesting. A year and a half or a season and a half since he and Vino both left Prodigy. Very interesting.
Yeah, and that's and Vino surprises me because I was under the impression that Vino was Prodigy Europe.
Well, he was, but you're talking about Seppo.
Seppo, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Just kidding.
But we can get that.
We'll get into that as well. Yeah. Okay, so Vino, that makes sense. So maybe let's talk about Seppo first because I feel like then Vino kind of makes sense.
Right.
A little bit.
We can talk about the Seppo part of it.
Yeah.
And Prodigy. So, yeah, like last week, Seppo teased that he was having a announcement. It said, "The End 2" or something like that. He had a video come out, and I didn't see the video, but then I kind of wanted to watch it. And then Prodigy in the morning, 'cause this must be early European time, announced that they were Seppo and Prodigy were parting ways. No longer Seppo would no longer be the one distributing Prodigy, and then Prodigy announced their new partnership with Power Grip. So Power Grip's like the biggest European distributor. I mean, OTB might, kind of moving on their towards with OTB Europe. But yeah, for now, Power Grip's the biggest one. And so, they were together, I think it said 13 years. I mean, that's a long partnership.
Right.
And it started with Seppo and his brother, I think, is how it went down. And they partnered with Prodigy.
And if I remember rightly, his dad. I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going back pretty early. Like, this is what, 2000, maybe 16 or 17, that I learned that the Paju family was basically Prodigy Europe. And then when all the issues in the United States were happening, that's when they doubled down with Seppo. Like, he stepped away from playing, and maybe that was the N2 that he was talking about.
Right.
He stepped away from playing, but still retained his license to distribute in Europe. But I assumed he was part owner. And I feel like that was the truth, or maybe he sold out recently.
That could be. I mean, with Will reshuffling things and all that, maybe that's what happened.
Right. And it could be. And I understand going with Power Grip. I think it makes sense. And I think the state of disc golf is, disc golfers in the disc golf industry likes to say that everything's going flat. I would beg to differ, and I would like to see the numbers to say that it's going flat, because I think it's still declining from where it was. So I think you're seeing a plateau. You're seeing people start leveling out. You're starting to see brands move, brands disappear, brands. And I think you'll continue to see that for quite a while, because I think our saturation point was a long, long time ago as far as companies and stores and manufacturers go. And I think what we're seeing is the end of that. We're starting to see the saturation die down a bit by attrition.
Sure.
Essentially we're just losing companies. So it looks like Seppo, with Prodigy Europe going to Power Grip, what they're trying to do is consolidate to one of the largest brands in Europe, or largest distributors in Europe, or retailers, or however that whole mystery thing in disc golf works. So it seems to be that they're just like, hey, you have the largest hand in, so let's go with you. And Seppo just probably was at a point where he couldn't compete and there was nothing he could do to keep the business, so off they went.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't read any of the news releases or anything like that, but that was just an assumption from a guy that kind of just knows business, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
And,
don't know numbers-wise as far as how much, they're paying Power Grip or how much they're paying Seppo, but maybe it was a money-saving thing. Like, we don't have to pay them. We can pay these guys. They're already big enough that they can handle it.
And I would assume that that's where the savings came. They were probably paying Seppo, and they don't have to with a distributor, a true distributor. They don't have to put in the time, energy, or effort to actually have employees. They can just send their discs to Europe, and then that's that. And then Power Grip is the one that benefits from retailing and selling to other retailers. And so, and that's what it seems to be. So I did a quick dive into distribution for a little while and seeing what that would look like for a branch of distribution. And this was when there were so many different brands out there that we could have potentially picked up a couple of smaller brands to distribute. And essentially it's the volume is where we get our discounts. So however many discs we can put on a shelf in our distribution center is where we make the money. So it's all by volume with every manufacturer that I looked at. So the more discs you buy, the better prices you get for distribution. And you do have to strike up an agreement as far as retail sales go, as far as like actually selling them onto another distributor. But this was right before they started to get rid of the smaller distributors, like Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and who was the other one we used to get? I'm trying to think of who we used to get. Not Clash. The other European brand, small, like the yarn. Why can't I think of their name right now?
Casaplast.
We used to get Casaplast from them, and I can't remember the distributor's name. But they're essentially a big shop.
Yeah.
And they used to distribute. And they still have distributorship, but now essentially everything before that goes through DD.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's interesting to see some of these things happening, and I love sitting back and listening and watching it, because if you can time things right and you have the liquid available, I think this could be a very beneficial time for retailers and resellers, because you will start to see large quantities of discs coming up for sale, especially from the garage warriors, the ones that started wholesale accounts out of their garage, and they started, put up their flagship websites or their like quick, Squarespace websites, and started selling with no brick and mortar. That's most of the people that are going to start just like, I need to get rid of big allotments of discs.
Yeah.
And you see it already, actually. You see it thrown up on Reddit every once in a while. You see stuff like that where, got 20,000 discs, or usually not that big, but. And we've come across a couple, where there's, I won't name it, but we sat down on a Zoom call with an individual that was getting rid of his online company, and the number was absolutely ridiculous as far as what he was trying to get he was essentially wanting to sell us for what we can buy him directly from the distributor from.
Yeah.
And I asked the question, so what's the benefit of us buying them from you? Because if we turn around and put this money into you, we get no benefit. Whereas if we turn around and put this into the distributors, we get the benefit because it puts us into another tier for purchasing. And I go, it just doesn't make sense for us to buy you for the same price. So you got to lower your price. Well, I'm not willing to do that yet. Sounds good. Give us a call when you do. And we just ended the call there. But those are the type of things that I think a lot of people have this idea of, like, the car guys will understand this. Like, I know what I got. Don't lowball me.
Yeah.
Like, got this old beat up Civic sitting out in the driveway that they want like 12 grand for, like 300,000 miles on it. And they're like, don't lowball me. I know what I got. Like, no, dude, you just got a bunch of plastic sitting in some boxes that you can't move, dude. Like,
True.
Let it go, recoup what you can, at least get your money back, maybe for some of it, and then allow some people to throw those discs instead of sitting in a box in your garage,
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I went on a little tangent there. Sorry. A little soapbox.
No worries. Yeah. So I was just looking up what Prodigy had put down for their announcement and said through a business acquisition. So essentially buying them out. Yeah, So
Power Group. Seppo. Prodigy bought out Seppo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so through the acquisition, Power Grip gains exclusive rights to represent and develop Prodigy Europe. Partnership combines Prodigy Discs product innovation and global brand with Power Grip through marketing, yada, yada. Yeah. So that's basically.
So did Power Grip buy Seppo out, or did Prodigy USA buy Seppo out and then give the rights to Power Grip?
I think that's what happened.
Okay.
That's kind of what it makes sense, because that'd be a weird move by Power Grip to be like, hey, we're buying you out without Prodigy knowing about it. And then all of a sudden they're like, all of a sudden Power Grip's like strong arming Prodigy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You guys are dealing with us now.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean? We had this guy. We took him out.
Yeah, we've already bought him out. Sorry. Yeah. Well, good for Power Grip. I mean, so you're still seeing growth. That's awesome in certain areas.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Good. And then like kind of moving into the whole transition to the Kevin Jones thing, because that's interesting in itself. So, because when Kevin left at the time, different management group with Prodigy, different things happening, and he essentially left because he and Vinyl weren't getting paid. So Prodigy ended up calling Innova, calling around trying to get them contracts through the middle of the 23 season. Was that right? 2023? Yeah. Or no, 2023.
Yeah, because they couldn't fulfill the contracts.
Right. They couldn't fulfill they were having troubles meeting up with stuff. So, Kevin goes to Innova for a year and a half, and then a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now, decided to say, oh, Innova and I are parting ways. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden today, it's like, oh, Kevin Jones is back.
Right.
And immediately on the core team with Prodigy. And I was like, a lot of people are like, oh, that's great, back where he should be and everything. And I was like, just kind of sits with me funny. Mm-hmm. Like we were talking, and I was like, well, think about it. Like, you left because you weren't getting paid from them, and then I don't know what the circumstances are with you coming back, because Kevin hasn't had the greatest seasons the past couple of years.
Right.
So, I mean, he is one of the...
That was kind.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he did place fifth at I forgot what tournament it was, but to all of a sudden be like, okay, I'm coming home. Hopefully you guys can hold up your end of the bargain this time. Yeah. Like, it's just funny. And he is pretty much the last person to announce their sponsorship deal. So I don't know if it was just a desperation move to be like, hey,
I need something.
I'd like to come back and, to be able to, or what the deal is, if he was going to go open bag, if he ever considered it at some point.
Is it like a Favre, like Aaron Rodgers, like retire a Packer, Is that what he's doing? He's coming back to Prodigy, retired Prodigy.
Kind of. I mean, that's kind of what the feeling is. Yeah. I mean, he just got married, a month and a half ago or so, and he's still got his music going on and all that.
Yeah, the DJing. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's weird.
I think maybe he'll be the exclusive music man for the Go Throw tour.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I could see that.
It could be that now that he's brought back with Prodigy.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you, he will be heavily featured on that tour
for
now.
Sure.
With him and Luke going forward, that'll be something that will be big for them to try to get him back. Because even when it wasn't the Go Throw tour and it was just OTB Skins, he was there almost all the time with that as the brand for them. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see what it's like going forward.
Yeah.
And it's funny, as I was going to try to connect the dots a little bit with the whole Prodigy Europe being sold and him coming back, because don't know.
Maybe that's how they got the money to pay him.
That's exactly right. That's what I was thinking, is you can kind of connect the dots we're saving money here so we can pay him more out on tour because we weren't paying him when he left. So I don't want to. That's kind of a big assumption to make, but it kind of also makes sense a little bit.
Yeah. So here's my big question, and this is where Shane gets to be Shane, and I get to be super judgmental of Prodigy. Surprise. Why go back with a nothing burger? And this is no offense. I mean, maybe he's an awesome character in disc golf, and sometimes you keep people on teams and in companies because of legacy and personality. They have a certain draw to them. And maybe that's who Kevin is on tour, because I'm not on tour. I don't know. Maybe he's that guy. Maybe he just has that infectious personality. He's always one I love being around that guy. He's awesome,
Yeah.
And I would say he gives that vibe, just from the little broadcasting that I've seen and everything of him, over the years. He has that cool guy vibe, everybody wants to hang around him. But why put money at essentially what maybe I'm 100% wrong on Prodigy, a dying brand, and has been for a long time, or maybe just a flat brand. Why put your money into something or someone that has no true upward potential? And I think factual, I don't think there is an argument in my mind that can be made to me that says Kevin Jones has upward momentum.
Well, maybe they need him to come back and sell off the stock of discs that they
the reverb and feedbacks.
Right. Maybe they have all those sitting
some dude
by the
sitting
wayside.
there wiping stamps to the feedback to put the new ones on.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. Kevin, we have all these old discs that we really want to get rid of. And the only way we can get rid of them is if you come back and sell them for us.
Exactly. So, why put your money there? There are so many up-and-coming new players. There's college players that are out there. There's so many great people out there that have so much more upward mobility within the sport. Why Jones? And like I said, I like the guy. He's always been one of my favorite disc golfers to watch, because he's very unique in how he throws. And when he came onto the scene, it was fun to watch him, because he threw, what was the Prodiscus?
Yes, he was.
That was his first brand.
Yes.
And then he went to Innova and then Prodigy. No, Prodigy, then Innova, and then, So, I don't know. I don't know. I just, no offense to Kevin at all, but he's just he's not a needle mover, plain and simple. And Prodigy lives in that world.
But I think people like him on Prodigy. I think that's, I don't know what his value was with Innova either.
No, absolutely. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's the ROI in that investment for any manufacturer? And especially a manufacturer like Prodigy, who has nobody. I mean, they're front man is Humphreys.
Yeah,
right?
He's the captain of the core team.
So he's their most notable player or most notable icon.
Or is it now Kevin Jones?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's an interesting argument or discussion to have. Like, who's the bigger figure now at Prodigy? Is it Kevin? Is it Luke? Is it?
Yeah.
I can't name anybody else really on that. Jake Kiepenheimer.
Right. Like, and I want to be in that boardroom when they are talking about the choices that they're making for who to invite to the team and where to spend their money. Because in my eyes, it does not make sense, business sense, the choices that they're moving forward with. Maybe it's a long-term culture building thing, because it seems like the people that they are bringing on the team are they seem similar. I don't know, but they seem similar in thought and mind, right?
Yeah, right.
And not politically, not anything like that, because I know there was that whole thing with Humphreys and the Trump book. Not that way. I'm talking just like the easygoing, laissez-faire, like, man, everything's great, everything's good,
Right.
And that's who they seem to have, right? So maybe it's a culture thing. Maybe Will's trying to build this, like, I don't know. That's why I'm trying to, I don't understand their moves. I can look at almost every other company and look at it and go, yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Aaron Gossage, MVP. That makes sense. You got 2 world champions, you like 2 world championships. I understand why you paid Aaron Gossage money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kevin Jones, what are you bringing, man? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why Kevin Jones.
Familiarity, I guess. I'm guessing.
Yeah. I can't say I haven't hired people back just because it's the lesser of 2 evils, maybe. Like, I know their evils. I don't know a new person's evils.
Sure.
I've done that before.
Right. But it's, yeah, it's a funny situation because it's not an employee per se.
Right.
It's just a representative.
But it is.
I guess.
Yeah, they're paying them.
They're
1099, but you're hiring a contractor, right?
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I don't know.
Oh no, I was gonna say here's another interesting question for Prodigy. Why don't you have any Why don't you? Sorry, I shouldn't use the word chicks, but why don't you have any women?
You're a misogynist.
On your team? Yeah,
that's who JP is.
I shouldn't have used that, but I mean, I was just looking at their core team, or their team overall. Like, why don't you have women on your team? Mm-hmm. I mean, they had Chantel, and she wouldn't come back for whatever they were giving her. It's like, you're not going to go out and chase an FPO player at all.
Yeah,
you're not going to get a female.
Yeah,
like that's just really odd to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would agree. Like I said, I still don't understand their choices, because I don't know if I agree or disagree with having, like, I'm not an equal opportunities type of guy. I'm a merit-based guy. Always have been. So, give it to the best player, the person that's going to be the best return. And there are plenty of FPO players that we could point at that would have a better return than Kevin Jones.
Oh, for sure.
But
maybe they did put offers out and they're just low ball on FPO players.
Yeah, it could be. And I don't know. They're missing the bus. Like, I cannot follow. And maybe it's just absolute sheer brilliance that is well beyond my aptitude to figure out. But I don't get it. I don't get Prodigy's game plan, and I haven't for 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, officially, probably about 10 years. since I've really been paying attention.
Checking the watch.
Right? Yeah, I'm like,
it's coming up.
It's 26. It's 26. I've been complaining about Prodigy for at least that long, for at least 4 years on this podcast.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I just don't understand it, and to hear the figurehead, or excuse me, the CEO of Prodigy say, I don't really care about players because they don't bring anything to us, but then turn around and make a choice like that. You're just like, dude, you're missing the boat. Like, there's something weird. There's something weird. And I don't know if that's from ownership, because it's been consistent from every CEO. There's been 3 there since we've been in this podcast. And I don't know. I want to sit in that boardroom, like I said.
Yeah.
But good for them, because it's making Prodigy cheaper. Door Disc Golf Tennessee. They're still in Tennessee?
Who's in Tennessee?
Prodigy? Georgia, excuse me.
Georgia, yeah, for sure.
They're still in Georgia. I mean, Door Disc Golf Georgia.
Door Disc Golf Georgia.
Their stock is going down, man. I'm telling you. It's gonna be sub 10 million pretty soon.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And then it'll still be out of reach. All right. What else do I got to complain about? Is there anything else? I mean, there is. So let's talk about the next thing to complain about, which we could probably get really cheap. The tone is no longer. So Clash Disc has closed its doors. Essentially
closed its doors. Yes.
Yeah. What's the qualifier of essentially?
Not producing discs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what it's come down to. Is they just, I know they are having trouble distributing in the U.S. Like, that's a big reach, right? I mean, if you can't reach where the majority of the players of disc golf are, you're not going to make money.
Yeah.
Right. And it costs that much more to bring their discs here because of tariffs and, everything else on top of it. Yeah, I don't know. That's wild to me to hear, because that was brought up by, I don't know who the distributor was. It was a European distributor that brought it up, that someone's like, hey, what's up with Clash? And then they're like, they're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is super revealing to me is, once again, the lack of business knowledge. I know for a fact, like inside dealings, that there was somebody that had the resources, knowledge, and connections within the United States that was more than willing to take over and be the main person stateside to distribute discs. I know for a fact it was there.
I do too.
Yeah, I think most people do.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because it wasn't a secret by that person.
No.
And that person was kind of played around with for a while, put some real good effort into it, showed the value that this person had for Clash, and they basically kind of gave him the middle finger. And they didn't give him the middle finger, but they essentially gave him the middle finger and said, nah, we're going to try something else.
Which is wild.
Wild to me. Wild. Especially when you have someone of that quality.
Yeah.
And of that legacy and pedigree of disc golf to be able to promote a brand here in the United States. And if you don't have that, or if you kind of don't accept that, it just seems weird to me. Like, how do you think you're going to be successful? And especially when this person's like, hey, pick me, like jumping up and down, waving their hands, like, and it was unfortunate. And, can you say that choice right there is the only reason that they went out of business? No, I think they entered into the economy when it was at its highest peak, and all they saw was a decrease from that point forward. I mean, we were the very first non-distributors to bring Clash into the United States. We were only like the third retailer to ever have Clash, and it flew off the shelves.
Yeah.
For like a week and a half, and it just died from there. They had good quality discs. They had good quality molding. There wasn't much that was bad until they started messing around with like the double steadies. Mm-hmm. The tone was fantastic. It's still my favorite plastic out there. But they just, I don't know. I think they tried to be so unique in their molding approaches that they kind of took over MVP's old spot where it was just kind of goofy. People felt like it was goofy, the old over molding, like the way they were molding stuff.
Yeah. I could see that.
So I don't know. So who knows?
Yeah, but because that never really caught on, like the double steady stuff. I didn't think it did because
they had a lot of issues with separating too.
Well, yeah, that was the big thing, is the separation. But then like the tone stuff, like when that was introduced, that was a pretty genius idea at the time. But like Ben, when he was on, he bought some butters, and I remember he said that dye was leaking off of them.
I remember,
or stuff was coming off on his hands.
Because it was the yellow butters.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The butter putters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and then they had the it was steady, and then they tried to get the planty plastic, and then what were the other ones? Hardy,
and double Hardy or steady Hardy or
something like that.
Yeah.
So, and because it's just funny because they started small. They had a couple molds. They had the butter, the popcorn, and then the berry, like
berry and fudge.
And the fudge are those like okay. I just remember like when they like released like 3 molds maybe 4 molds right away, and then after that to see how they like worked off of them, because like Ben had gotten the Clashes because it was the Clash at the Creek, and like that was,
and there was salts, vanillas,
yeah,
and butters. I think is the 3 discs we got.
Oh, okay,
is that right? Maybe the berry was in there as well.
That could be. I just remember like right away, and then they started, building the lineup. It was like, oh, here comes, the guava, the cinnamon, the lotus, like
the cherry,
all these and like all the food
wild
things,
honey.
Stuff. Yeah, that might be their best disc.
Agreed,
for sure. And so, but like
the vanilla, the tone vanilla was by far one of my favorite discs.
Okay,
but that's in my realm. Like. I'm trying to look for
once, and like you said, like Dordisk was like the 3rd person, and they expanded. They had Infinite and all these, some of these big people caught on to it, but by the time it seems that these other stores were catching on to distribute, it was like, okay, well, we're running extremely low on product, and it's hard to get it in. And then all of a sudden, you couldn't get it in. And then once that happens, you kind of, there's there's a black market, for people wanting to find, a secondary market.
Yeah.
But then your main source is dried up, and
you're
toast.
Yeah, and the secondary market dries up too, because
people are just holding on to it.
Yep. Through time, either people will start holding on to it, or people will lose them and play with them. And, so let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find the old flight charts and plastic ones that they released. But I remember one of the big things that we talked about in the very beginning of going forward with Clash was that their promise was that they were going to have 16 molds.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm going through some of the pictures, and it's crazy. I can't find it, but yeah, they went through like 15 molds, or 16 molds, and they did it really darn quickly. But then it just kind of fell flat. And unfortunately, like I said, I think they had some really, really good molds. The berry I thought was a really good mid, and because it was stable. It was kind of verdict-y.
Yeah, I think it was like a 5502.
Yeah,
maybe.
And I really enjoyed it. But I think the vanilla and the wild honey were fantastic discs. And what was the other one? The salt. The salt could be, the tone salt was a really good disc. It had a little less stability than the steady salt. So I don't know. It's sad. I know that they had a different molding process because they were using like old Nokia phone injection molders.
Right. That's like how the company started, was they were the phone case makers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, the heater's kicking on, so you might hear that. Sorry. But so that's, so is that something that can be purchased by somebody and start to be produced? Like, can Trash Panda, pick up those molds and start producing some of those molds?
Right.
Because that would be really freaking cool if they could.
Because, and that's how the Procyon got made. Or no, maybe it's not the Procyon. Because Jesse did talk about buying another
Halcyon. No. Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, there's a video where he talked about buying another mold from a company that was like kind of dead.
Yeah.
Not the company itself, but like the mold.
The mold was, yeah.
The mold was dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting if because I know what they want to do, from what I remember hearing him say, was they want to get, understable, stable, overstable, for at least like the 3 molds, driver, fairway driver.
Wonder if we should pause and I go turn that off.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, because I feel like it's picking it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Be back in a second.
And we're back, and it's quieter.
Yes.
And I got to complain to Big JP for a little bit, so I feel better. Okay. So molds with Clash, and hoping that like someone like Trash Panda picks them up.
Yeah.
Or maybe JP.
Yeah.
I've heard JP has a lot of money, so we can. He has a sock drawer filled with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quarters and dimes, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You should be stocking up on the pennies because they're not going to be making them anymore.
Pennies, for sure. melt it down into a copper bar.
Yeah. Copper ingot.
Yeah.
So speaking of ingots, have you seen the price of raw metal as far as silver goes?
On the up?
It is way up. So the highest I'd ever seen it was like in the 30s, like high 30s. And that was like, it stuck there for like a day and went right back down into the 20s.
Okay.
It was over $110. It is currently sitting at like $90 an ounce.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I was just like, what? It's crazy. So, yeah. But here's the kicker of it. It's so high that nobody's buying it.
Oh, okay.
Like all the people that buy raw silver, they're just like, nah, we're not going to buy it for now. You're like, wait, what? Like these investments that we have sitting in these little ingots, like, how do you sell them?
Yeah.
How do you actually cash in on the investment? So, anyways, so back to molds. So I hope they get revived because I think they had some really good molds. So I hope someone picks them up and turns it into something.
I would hope so. But at this point, I feel like a lot of companies have the molds that, or have the discs that they have, Yeah. So I guess you could kind of pick and choose to see if you have something you don't. But yeah.
I would buy all the molds per $1,000 a piece. I'd do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good price or not for them.
I don't know.
I don't know how much those molds cost. I know they're really darn expensive to make, but what does that mean?
That's true. There was somebody in the club at one point, I forgot who it was talking about manufacturing a disc. I don't remember who it was.
There were 2 people. One was in the club, one was kind of on the team, pseudo on the team.
Yeah.
Before we officially had a team. One was one of the TTX guys.
Yes.
And then the other was one of the gentlemen from Manitowoc. He actually worked in an injection molding plant.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay.
And I was like, man, I know an engineer. I know an injection molder. I wonder how much an injection molding machine would cost.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
They're expensive, just so you know.
Yeah.
Like really expensive. Like you can find older models that, injection molding companies are like recycling or getting rid of, like you selling them. They're perfectly operational. Maybe they just don't turn as many products as they need to, or they're still expensive.
Right on.
Like a couple $100,000.
Right. I
like
think that's
for a
what
used
Jesse was saying with Trash Panda.
And his was not new. It was a used one, right?
The first one.
Okay.
The first one that they had, I think, was used, and then they bought another one, but that one was new, I think.
Okay.
As far as I know.
I love seeing that story. Like, it's so fun to me.
Yeah.
From the dude, like, hanging off of a pole in his garage, like, to this. Like, how
Right.
cool is that? And I remember watching it on YouTube, like, going, man, this is interesting. Like, him making his plunger style, like...
Yeah, like, super,
like where he mounted it to the desk or to the bench, and he broke it off the bench.
Yeah.
Like he went tumbling into the bench, and then he mounted it to the studs on his wall, and then he upgraded it from there. And I remember just watching it all and being like, dude, this is super cool. Like it just it was cool. Anyways, I still actually I bought one of the very first mini runs that they ever did. I still have that mini, which is kind of cool. It's one of those like little like, hey, I was one of the first ones.
Yeah,
know?
right.
Because I remember he had to shut down the sales of the minis because the first batch he did sold pretty quick, but it wasn't like he only had like 20 of them or something like that because he could make 4 at a time.
Yeah.
And he only had like 20 or 30 of them. So they sold pretty quick.
Okay.
And then when he opened it up the next time, he had to shut it down because he just opened it up before he had them made. He was just making them.
Yeah, okay.
And then he ended up having to shut it down because he was just like, it's going to take me a long time to make these. And he had like a couple hundred of them or something like that after that. It was pretty cool. So I was like, dude, that's awesome to see. But I remember watching videos where he would walk through like the storm runoffs and pick up bottles, you know, and turn them into like, it was cool. The stuff he was doing was cool. Anyway, so it would be cool to see someone like that grab those molds. I wonder if it'll happen. And I wonder if someone does, if they'll say anything about it, that they're actually using those molds.
Yeah, I don't know. My guess would be, it would be somebody in Europe, right? Like that would be the easiest case scenario because I'm guessing getting the molds here would be pretty expensive now.
It'd be pretty expensive, but how much could you get the molds for? You know, like how desperate are they to actually just unload this and would they take something pretty nominal? And, you know, shipping containers, like $3,500?
Yeah.
And then just getting it across the...
True, yeah.
You know,
I guess that's not too bad.
I bet you it'd probably be about $15,000, you know, to get it here. So, I don't know. I mean, the investment, like, that sounds like a lot, but manufacturing those things is probably one of them, is how much that costs, you know. Because I can think about just, like, you ask a manufacturer to produce discs for you, your minimum order is probably about 10,000 discs right now, and you're probably going to be paying around $7 or $8 a disc.
Yeah.
Minimum. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, $80,000 right there. And if you can have your own molds for that same price, like maybe it makes sense.
Maybe.
So, Night Owl's mold, the Night Owl disc line. Dude, that would be sweet.
That would be pretty cool.
Be sweet. Exclusively sold through Door Disc.
Yeah.
They'll be the distributor.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite soda? I know you don't drink it, but if you were to drink it,
Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Have you
or
tried?
Mr. Pippin. Yeah.
They have a new formula.
A new formula?
It's super yummy.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. So they've never had extra. They've never had a diet Pib. They've always just had Mr. Pibb. Now they do a 0 sugar one. It's so good.
Oh.
I prefer this over Dr. Pepper. Weird to say that. but I prefer it over Dr. Pepper.
I mean, I didn't mind either Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. What about Doc 360? You ever try that?
No.
Ooh, it's Pepsi's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doc 360. It's pretty good.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. I don't think they actually make it anymore.
Okay.
I think they got rid of it along with...
I remember having... Walmart used to have its own soda.
Yeah, Thunder.
Yeah.
Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder. Yeah.
I loved that. What was it? There was some really good names on it. It was like Dr. Thunder. I think it was just cola.
Yeah, right.
And then they had it was like Yellow Lightning, the
Something
Mountain Dew one.
yes,
it was like something
like
lightning. Yeah, I think it was Yellow Lightning. Anyway, so, all right. Okay, anything else? I know we needed to talk about other things. What else was it? Maybe not.
I don't know. There was a couple other besides Kevin Jones, Rebecca Cox, she resigned.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Turner got promoted. That was when we were talking about Aaron Gossage, that last one. We were like, oh, there's gonna be another announcement. So yeah, it was that Austin Turner got moved up from tour team to the elite team on Discraft, and then kind of like I don't want to say out of nowhere, but Anniken Sten signed with Latitude 64.
Okay.
Which is interesting because she was an open bag.
Mm-hmm.
She had she had a deal with Castoplast, like a mold deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she threw the Reco X, and that was her exclusive mold, but she was open bag.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird. I mean, not weird, but
it's a House of Discs brand.
It is a House of Discs brand.
So it's staying in the family.
Right. But I feel like she did pretty well with an open bag. And then also, I mean, maybe she did want to actually have a full-time sponsor. I mean, it would make traveling and touring easier.
Yeah.
But I feel like she had a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
Just being locked into that one mold and be like, yeah, this is my disc.
Yeah.
But
have we had any other players say that they're not touring because of expenses?
I don't remember. You know what? Hold on. Let's go somewhere real quick. What am I thinking of?
The ex-Latitude. I mean, the ex-DD players.
Well, Raven Klein said she was signing with RPM.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Evan Smith, I think, went to Discraft.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember who else did not sign. But Corey else signed with RPM.
Yep.
That was, I think,
that's interesting because RPM is an Australian brand.
Yeah.
And I think they're the New Zealand, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I think they're the only New Zealand brand of disc golf, anything. And they have a nice line of discs, and their plastic is wonderful.
I have one disc of theirs that I got randomly. I found it at Wildberry.
Okay.
And it was an RPM disc. I'd never thrown it. I still haven't thrown it.
I wonder if it was Jordan's, because he used to throw a lot of RPM.
It had a name on the back. It wasn't Jordan's. Okay. And I texted the guy. I was like, hey, I found your RPM disc. Here's that's crazy because I sold it to somebody. And he's like, you can just keep it. I was like, okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah, they're a good brand because I think the Ati was one, if I remember rightly. And then there was but they did all kind of like New Zealand animals is their theme, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
So there are a lot of good ones in there. Ati, is that right? The Ati?
No, the Ati is
I was going to say, it didn't sound right.
West Side.
That is West Side, the Ati. You're right.
Super overstable mid-range.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it was what? Inu.
Yes.
No. Yeah, Inu, that's one. That's what it was.
Kon Tiki.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of cool names.
Yeah.
So, and I remember for the most, because I got it at a tournament as a player pack. I got 2 of them. And I remember that being just fantastic plastic. I still have them, and they were like a shimmer.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a shimmer to it.
They were gorgeous.
Gosh, one of the discs I have, it's like that shimmer plastic. I had a special edition. It was some kind of Fury, like Latitude 64 Fury, and it was like that glimmer, shimmery plastic. I was like, this is nice, but yeah, I'm trying to think. It's not like. I'm trying to think of. No, I was going to compare it to like some kind of like Prodigy plastic, but I can't really think of that.
It reminds me a bit of chameleon plastic.
Okay, yeah,
Very similar to chameleon plastic, but like a fusion chameleon almost.
Yes,
it kind of what it reminds me of. And I don't think like Innova or anything has anything similar to that. The glimmer, there was a glimmer plastic that Innova had, if I remember rightly. Is that what they called it? Glimmer? No, it wasn't glimmer.
No, not glimmer.
Was it called shimmer?
Maybe.
Might have been a shimmer, but it's not a common run of plastic. They just do it for, random things. But actually, what is it? The cosmic plastic from, not cosmic. It's a Prodigy plastic. Spectrum. Spectre.
Yeah, there's a Spectrum plastic.
I think it's like very similar to Spectrum plastic. Okay. I'm thinking deeply. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I didn't hold a lot of Spectrum plastic, but I remember when they came out with it, I was like, ooh, that's gorgeous. And that's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
Yeah. So good. RPM. Yeah. Glad you're stepping up your game.
You think
better choices than Kevin Jones?
I was gonna mention. Do you feel like Latitude, they kind of knew what they were doing signing Anakin?
Yeah. Yeah. I do. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're filling a gap. They're filling a hole.
Right.
And with her stepping into those shoes, I mean, almost quite literally with the athlete of the year and all that stuff. Now, did you ever find out whether she won or didn't win?
Oh, Silva.
Well, that's Silva Sarnanen.
No,
okay.
I don't know.
Hold on, wait. Then I'm missing the.
No,
I'm missing the punchline.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, they had Kristen, and then, like, I don't want to say like, Anakin's definitely not on the level of disc golf wise, like Kristen. Like, I don't know if she'll ever get to that level, but they needed somebody. I mean.
To fill the sweetheart role?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of has that same vibe to her as Kristen. Like, she's easily likable. I think she'll be good for the brand. Like, she'll be a good face. So, I don't know. But, like, I can't see her getting to be, like, a world. I mean, maybe that's short-sighted, but I just don't know if she can get to that level.
I think if she does, her marketability will be there with Kristen's. I don't think it is now because I think she's still a really good player.
She is, yeah. She's like, top 10.
But I don't.
Top 10.
Yeah, but I don't think she has the same.
And she's like Swedish, or not Swedish, like Norwegian, like champion.
Yeah. I mean, I think she has that like disc golf, like that sweetheart of disc golf vibe to her.
Yeah,
which I think Kristen has, and I think if she gets to the same caliber as far as world championships and U.S. championships as Kristen, then I think it's a logical step in the right direction as far as replacing or maybe trying to, have that. But man, they've always done a really good job of keeping the top tier pros on their team as far as FPO goes. They've done a really good job for at least the last, 6-8 years.
Sure.
They've always done a really good job with it. I think Discraft has done a better job as of recently.
Yeah.
But they go purely based off merit. Like, I don't think there's any of the marketability standpoint that Lat 64 does and has and uses, where they have like the cute, pretty faces and like that Lat 64 does. So
they have Jonathan.
They do have Jonathan.
So I mean,
talk about pretty faces.
Yeah.
He has pretty freaking cool tattoos, is what he has. I'm kind of jealous of his. I should have showed you my new tattoo.
Oh, you have a new tattoo?
Yeah, don't have it on my body yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a picture.
Right on.
Don't have my body. I'm thinking my left butt cheek.
Perfect.
But the problem is there's just so much hair you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So on my underwear. So hopefully it made you laugh. All right. But I am gonna get a new tattoo, and I think I'm gonna put it right on my thigh. I think that's where it's going.
Right on.
Because I have all my tattoos on my left side of my body. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just gonna keep going on the left side.
Okay.
And just my right side is my pure side.
My pure side.
My pure side.
My dark side. My pure side. Right on.
So, all right. If you had to get one disc golf tattoo, what would it be?
Ooh.
I want to see if it changes.
If it changes.
Because you were going to be the Tasmanian devil.
Oh, yeah,
right?
That's right. Something like that. Yeah, I don't remember what.
What was that, like the third or fourth episode?
Yeah, I think so. Do I go brand loyalty and just get some like manufacturer? It's like, yeah, I'm this manufacturer for life now, I guess. I don't know what I get. Something dumb like a basket in a forest, or like
basket. Oh, we're going like.
Or you know what I do is get just get like stick figure, like basket, and then like the guy throwing it, and then it like ricocheting off the basket and just saying doink.
Oh, the doink. Yes, I like the doink. Would you get that on your lower back? I would. Just curious.
Probably on my calf or something like calf. That. Yeah.
I could see you with a calf tattoo. I could also see you with a lower back tattoo.
Weird.
I think that would be funny. You would have to make sure you wear only like shorter cut shirts, so when you bend over to pick up your disc, it's right there.
You would be really funny. Is get it going like vertically, so like when you bend over, you see the guy throwing, and then the disc like going into your.
Oh yeah, going into the top of the crack. I like that idea too. All right, I'll pay for it if you get it.
I'll pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you got to do it in secret, and then your wife will have to find out the hard way. So
what is that?
No, because
I got a new tattoo.
Who would probably see it is like your kid first. Like one of your kids would be like, "Dad, what is that?"
Exactly.
Don't tell your mom. Mom. If I were to get a disc golf tattoo, what would it be? If it was going to be like a true, like I'm going to get a disc golf tattoo, it would most likely be some sort of like, do you know what polka trash is?
Yeah.
The style of art. Mm-hmm. It would probably be something in that realm where it's black with like red, and it would be maybe like the profile of a basket or the side of a basket, and then like the disc kind of are like that would be the flash of red. So it'd be like that disc kind of going into the chains, side profile of a basket.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of what else. That would probably be all I would have in that whole scenario. And then maybe a little cloud bubble that says F as it spits through.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Yeah. I think I'd probably try to make it something stylized like that. Or a Tasmanian devil throwing a disc.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good one too.
Devil throwing a disc.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. So, all right. Well, anything else? Thought provoking?
I do have a thought provoking. It's not like deep philosophical thought provoking, but it was something I was thinking about in the car today because I was listening to some other sports podcasts and they were talking about tanking. Uh-huh. And it just got like, obviously we don't have tanking in disc golf or anything like that, but because it's weird because like, and there won't be because you have to bet on yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's no team thing where it's like someone can tell you to, tank.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But that's besides the point of what I was thinking. So I was in the car and they were talking about all these sports, and it got me thinking. So including DGPT, I'm not just talking sports, but like in terms of sports leagues, like NFL, NBA, what would you say your top 5 sports leagues you watch
5
are? Like, do you think disc golf makes it into your top, like DGPT makes it into your top 5 leagues of sports that you watch?
And they can be different levels of leagues too. So like college is...
Well, I would say professional.
Okay, professional.
Yeah.
I mean, college players get paid now.
Well, they do, but it's still considered amateur.
See, no, it's not.
I know, it's not.
It's
NIL
not
money
anymore.
sucks.
NIL is. Okay. NFL.
Okay.
Probably hockey.
So NHL?
Yeah, NHL. I would say IFL, which is indoor football.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might fall into the 4 slot.
DGPT would fall in the 4 slot?
It might be. Because I can't do MLB.
Okay.
That's not a television sport for me. If we want to talk Olympics, but it's still technically amateur. They consider it. It's not professionals.
Right.
NBA, it just doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
I like highlights. I think those are fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as sitting down watching a game, on TV, no chance. Are we talking live or are we talking TV? Because if we're talking live, it doesn't make the cut.
What's that?
PGA doesn't make the cut live.
DGPT doesn't make
No.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be live.
Okay. But if live is an option, any sport that's in an arena or on a confined field where I can just sit down, eat my popcorn, drink my drink, and watch it, I'm for it. Baseball live is fun. I enjoy it because of crowd interactions.
Sure, that's fine. No, but I was thinking more of you're sitting at home watching it.
Yeah, I would probably say comes in the 4 slot. I think. What about you?
I don't think it makes my top 5.
No? Okay, let's hear. Well, because you got soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know anything about soccer.
But here's the thing: it's so Barclays Premier League, Premier League soccer, that's really high for me. NFL.
Mm-hmm.
F1.
Okay, yeah, you're a race guy. Yeah.
NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, NFL.
Okay, you said soccer, NFL, F1, NBA.
So that.
And now you'd have 5.
Yeah.
So that'd be one more.
So yeah. NBA, NFL,
mm-hmm.
Premier League,
F1.
It might make 5.
Okay.
Because I'm not a MLB guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might throw WTA, tennis.
Yeah, really.
I kind of like watching tennis.
So
I don't know. It's hard because
I need to retract because I would watch UFC.
Sure.
Well, before that.
Yeah.
And then, if there was any sort of any sort of pugilistic sport,
mm-hmm.
I love fighting. I love watching fighting. But I would say we'll just say UFC. So it bumps it to 5 now.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to think of that one of your favorite sports you play, or one of you what you would consider a top sport for you to engage with, really isn't how far it can drop down in terms of watching or consuming it. Where you'd want to put your attention towards.
Yeah. Well, and I think when I was in college playing football, I did not want to watch football. Pro, college, nothing. I didn't want to watch it. But disc golf was different because when I was actively playing disc golf, I really wanted to watch disc golf a lot.
Yeah.
And I think now, let's be honest, it's a lot of the same. It's not, there's There's nothing that makes it truly exciting, like on the edge of your seat, exciting. I had no dog in the fight for the Super Bowl. I was still like, come on, like, come, what is going on? Why you gotta, I don't get that with disc golf. I would probably watch golf before I'd watch disc golf.
Oh, wow.
Because golf, you get to play the rivalries.
Sure.
There's none of that at disc golf. Like, there's nobody that hates each other. There's nobody that talks crap about each other. There's nobody that... The last time that happened was the Paul and Ricky thing. And that is well long gone. Mm-hmm. Like, when Paul called out Ricky for choking all the time, that he couldn't finish. Like, that was good disc golf to me. Because every time you watched them, you were just hoping, like... the disc would come out of the hand and then slap the crap out of one of them. Like that was fun to watch.
And it's too bad because that point in disc golf would have been a terrific marketing point for disc golf now to get it into the main street. Yeah. Like that would be something that we could have.
And the fact was that they were both fantastic, and they both went head to head against each other a lot during that time. There was obvious tension there because they were fighting for the number one spot. And Macbeth controlled it for the most part, almost all of it, except for maybe 1 year or 2 years. But that was the drama of disc golf, and I really enjoyed watching those. You don't have that now, and everybody's so buddy. Everybody, and I will say that some of our friends and my friends are in disc golf media, and one of the biggest pet peeves I have is this whole nice guy thing. Why? Just say it. Like, we talk behind the scenes. I know how you feel about certain things. Just freaking say it, And I know there's some like people like Bobby. I understand if he has an opinion, which I can't say whether he does or doesn't, but I understand if he has an opinion that's contrary to popular belief and the nice guy thing.
Yeah.
But Bobby's one of those guys, like, he's genuinely nice. Like, he really won't say things negative about people. But, there's others that, like, just say it, man. Like, all you have to do is say it, and it will help the sport. But people are so afraid of saying the mean things. And I think that's why we've talked about Disc Golf World a little bit, because I think they're one of the few that love to push buttons in disc golf. And I think that's also why they get hate from the powers that be of disc golf.
Right.
But, like, give us some drama, and I will like to watch it more. It'll come up the list for me, And I don't want manufactured drama. I want true drama because it's out there. People don't like. I mean, we've seen and heard of conflict off the course before or after disc golf tournaments from players, player to player, or I mean, did you remember? Are you aware of the story at Silver Creek between two pros? Where they got in like a yelling match and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So it was, but why are we not talking about that stuff? Like,
you know why? Because rules aren't enforced.
Right. Yes.
That's it. Mm-hmm. If rules were actually enforced, we would have so much more drama.
Oh, it'd be so much better. It'd be so much better, because you think about some of the like violations, time violations, things like that. It would change the outcome of tournaments if those were called. 100%. And I think, Gannon Burr is the best player right now. Like, I'm sitting at a folding table in the middle of a courtyard saying, prove me wrong.
Right.
You're not going to be able to. Right now, he's the best player in disc golf. He would have less wins under his belt if rules were enforced. Right?
Yeah.
So, man, like, I agree with you. I think that's a great point to bring up. This is the end of the podcast. This is stunning information. And if you stayed to this, awesome for you.
Right. No, but like, because the other thing that was brought up was in the podcast was the idea of, stars taking breaks, right? Mm-hmm. Like, in NBA, you have load management. disc golf, you can't have that. Like, you can take a tournament off, not be scheduled, but you don't see a disc golfer be, they're like, oh, this player is going to be at a tournament. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I think coach is going to sit you this week.
Yeah.
You're straight out the tournament, like walking around or whatever. But
Yep.
like, yeah, we're going to sit you. And
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, this tournament's not really that important. We don't need to win this tournament, so we'll just go ahead and let you sit this one out.
Yeah.
No, it won't happen. Although, I mean, Prodigy might make that choice. Because it makes absolutely no sense for disc golf, so why not? Prodigy will do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it's very reasonable and rational in most sports because, like, those are high impact, high stress, like,
well, it is
very dynamic sports.
Because they were talking about, families pay to go come see the stars, right? Like, there's a notion that, or an idea that, like, when you buy this ticket to see your hometown team, play whatever the other team is, it's like, okay, Bucks are playing the Warriors or whatever. Okay, Steph Curry's gonna be playing, or Jimmy Butler, and like all of a sudden they're like, sorry, we're gonna sit you. It's like, well, that ticket just lost value to you, right? Like, I mean, you paid this much money and you're not going to, be able to see who you want to play or whatever. But I feel like disc golf needs to market their stars better.
Agreed.
With tournaments and things and just, I mean, we know that the players are going to show up to the tournaments. Maybe here or there they skip one or two, right? But now that there's DGPT, now that the DGPT has Powerball money, maybe you go out and you try to, because they were talking about growing the sport, and who do you market to? Like, disc golfers are inherently going to watch things anyway. You need to, or how do you market disc golf as being exciting to people that it's not exciting to?
It's not. Yeah, I mean, even like, we're players, and even to me, it's hard to make something exciting. I can remember sitting, remodeling the house on the corner, and I remember sitting there with River, and he was doing some drywalling, and we had the Worlds on, and it was the one where Paul won his sixth. Paul won his sixth. And we were just like, what? It was crazy. But we were listening to it. And it was crazy because there was drama built into that tournament. And so we liked it. And that was probably one of the last times that there was some sort of draw for me to watch it. Now, when Paul was competing in the most recent one, he lost to Gossage. I was just like, man, that would have been really awesome to see. But that's more of a legacy thing. It would be like if Climo was in the finals, at Worlds. I'd be like, yes, I would love to see that.
Right.
So there's certain instances where I'm like, man, I want to see this because I hear that, whoever. Like if Eagle ever made a run back and actually was in the top in one of these large tournaments, I'd be like, dude, I'd love to watch that. And then, maybe some of my favorite players. But I think everything's being so I think you're right with, and I believe we talked about this on the last episode, but I believe you're right because the money is being pushed into the wrong areas. Like, why are you not taking your most marketable product, which is your people, and marketing them? It's not the game, it's the people that are in the game. And then you create the drama there, or allow it to exist rather, because it just doesn't exist now, and like this whole thing with like the whole contracts and manufacturers, like it is so boring now. It was so much better when it was all over the place. Like now it's like, you don't hear anything till January. Everybody teases, everybody drops their news, and then you're like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah, and then it's all like, okay, Discraft.
Right, like exactly. Who did Discraft pick up this year?
Yeah.
Right. So it was so much better when Paige Pierce, just like a fart in the wind, was gone from GD and went on to, or when Paul Macbeth left Innova. What? You know, I mean, you think about things like that. It was so much better when it wasn't just this scripted, like, this is how it has to go. Here's your transfer portal. Like,
Yeah.
boo. Like, I want to see, like, Gannon Burr get sued by a company. You know what I mean? Like, hey, by the way, good job, Prodigy.
Yeah.
I'm shaking my head with disbelief. Another good choice they made. So that's, you know, that's the stuff that makes disc golf interesting. Like, not throwing around a piece of plastic in the woods and filming it and putting it on TV. Like, I want to hear a guy like talk crap about somebody else and then build that drama. Like, who is it? DeChambeau and they've since squashed it. But who was the guy he was feuding with for a while? It was Bryson and
what's his name? Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, with Koepka.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was so fun to watch. I didn't even watch golf, but I started watching golf because I loved their feuds back and forth. Like they're like crap talking. It was so fun to watch. And especially when you're looking at DeChambeau and you're like, that guy's a freaking monster. He's so big. Like for golf anyways.
Yeah.
Man, Koepka, you know, he's kind of like this dorky looking dude, you know, kind of like unassuming, you know. I got that right? The two guys.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It wasn't the other way around. But anyways. So anyways, anything else?
No, that's about it.
I think you bring up great points.
That's what I was thinking about today for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that hurt, or was it like
no? That didn't hurt.
It was good.
I was just like, because I was just thinking about it in the car. I was like, wow, does disc golf make my top 5? Like, I mean, like sports easily. Yeah, it's a sport that but like leagues, like if I were to watch like a league and like, does it keep my attention? Does it?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's other things that are more captivating than.
Yeah, for sure. Any of the hardline Red Bulls, I watch them all day. The mountain biking stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of the hardline Red Bull Rampage, the hardline in New Zealand got canceled. Final round. So they did their warm-ups, started raining, and then canceled it.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sitting there at like 9 o'clock, like, oh, live stream, come on, let's go. You know, and then all of a sudden the live stream disappears off of the YouTube. Like it says error, and then I like kind of refresh it.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then the explanation didn't come out till the next day.
Oh, jeez.
And so everybody's like freaking out about Red Bull. Like, dude, just give us an answer. Like, why did you just cut it? You know? And everybody that's in New Zealand understands. Like, it's raining, it's muddy. Like, it's not safe because these jump lines. I mean, like, there's a jump line where it's like a mandatory gap of like 30 meters or something stupid like that. It's a crazy gap. Like, just stupid crazy. So one of the last jumps. But there's no, like, beeline. There's no bailout.
Okay.
Like, you can't just go around this jump.
30 meters?
It's something stupid like that. I don't remember exactly.
That's ridiculous.
It is far. It's like 90-something feet, if I remember right. Like, it was crazy. You know, and, I mean, that's this building.
Yeah.
Like, jumping over this building. Like, it's stupid. So, but anyways, yeah. But they canceled that, so. But I would watch that over disc golf, you know. But you asked me to go play something, I'm not going to go play that.
Yeah.
You know, like disc golf is probably my number 2 right now to go play. Maybe my number 1 if I were to go. No, it'd be mountain biking still. But, you know, still my number 2. Like, it's one of my favorite social sports, you know, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways. Is that it?
That's all. That's all I had.
That's all, folks. All right. Well, keep us subpar and deuces. You got to hit the button. I can't.
Oh crap!
I mean, I can.
Yeah. Right.
You're the button guy.